It's this one, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's see if it will. Let me skip. There we go. Okay, so choice number one, I believe the top choice involves doing some sort of provocative pose and then kicking the security bots, right? So the top one is probably kick the bots. The bottom one is something to do with talking to them. We're gonna select. I highly doubt that this choice is going to affect any outcomes. But I'm going to pick the second choice here just so we can read something different. Well, I guess this guy would be able to talk to me since he has a decent AI. Probably this guy refers to these things.
これ、シュバイツシステム社の自律稼働型の警備マシン。
This is an autonomous security machine from Shuai Shi's. Is that a... so why says she... So why she so... So why she so... No, so is a different one. So is like the N but changed. When it's like the she but more vertical. I actually forgot. I forgot that katakana. Wow, that's lame with me. I can't remember stuff anymore. It's su. Come on, man. Okay, so why shitsu systems? No, so waitsu systems. There we go. So waitsu systems. Learn to read. Okay, this is an autonomous security machine from Shuwaitsa Systems. Yes. We capture our prey with... They capture their prey with a sticky net. I mean, Omega, you know that well.
そうですね。どうやらそれなりの知識は。
So I cut you off, Omega. I'm gonna make sure sticky net's correct. Catching prey with a sticky web. Then again, Omega, you really know your stuff. Okay, so how they get you is they throw a spider web at you. Well, it seems like they have a certain amount of I have a certain amount of knowledge, even though he can't remember where his knowledge comes from. Omega, even if you don't have memories, you have knowledge.
シュバイツのだったら、さっきみたいにこれで大丈夫かな。
If it's Shuwaitsu possessive, no, yeah, data like before, I guess this would be fine. Omega takes out a student ID card and shows it to the Guardian. And it's like sumimasen sort of thing, but it's in kanji. No, it's shitsuremashita. Okay. Like, my apologies. Please go right ahead. Omega quickly passes through the group of Guardians, leaving Narumi behind. Omega, let's do it. I tried to pass if nothing could happen. We don't allow outsiders to enter the premises. Yeah, exactly. Like, he wouldn't... Like, Omega could get to the door, right? We already know that, but... They didn't want Narumi to go in behind, and she had to kind of slide in while it was closing, right? You don't allow outsiders into the premises. They don't like piggybacking. Okay. It's kind of weird because please carry it does sort of match those kanji. But anyway, I'm very sorry, but please leave. Hey, what's going on?
すみません。僕しか通れないみたいです。
Sorry, it seems only I can pass. Already? If this happens, I have no choice but to show off my power. I am the police. I remember to see my inner chest pocket. Wait a minute.
すみません。僕しか通れないみたいです。
Sorry, it seems only I can pass. Already? If this happens, I have no choice but to show off my power. I am the police. I remember to see my inner chest pocket. He or I? Leaning back arrogantly, I flaunt my police badge with a condescending air. The guard makes some noises. We are currently contacting the person in charge. Please wait for a moment. Are they here? Ira. Do you have a search warrant? You really know where it hurts, don't you? But that's it. I take out a memo pad and a pen from my pocket. You just try to see if you can fool the robots, right? I write search warrant from the Superintendent General and show it with supreme confidence. It doesn't say anything but that. It doesn't say where it's supposed to search, for what reason. It just says search warrant. Yeah, you're just testing the AI, basically. Could work with just an AI. Under scrutiny.
それはさすがに。
Well, of course. What's going on? We don't allow outsiders to enter the premises. We're very sorry, but please leave. It's repeating. Repeating. It's repeating. It's spamming. Ooh, saw. Yeah, it's trying to annoy you out of there. I swung my leg vertically and kicked it down. Okay, so basically you end up going to the same thing in the end anyway. So do some... The second option is do some negotiating. And end up kicking it anyway. A spectacular heel drop was... I don't know if the correct word is decided. A magnificent axe kick landed perfectly. Landed pose. Okay. So she's kind of like posing on it. Now this probably isn't skippable because Omega's in a different place, and so it's gonna the dialogue is to diverge eventually. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay. The CG doesn't fit because Omega's standing behind Narumi, but he would have been in front of Narumi because he would be on the other side of the robots for Narumi. Not making a bunch of saves like I did in the Rinmaru side because there's fewer choices, so there's less motivation to do that. Okay, also that choice that I just made there probably doesn't affect anything. Now, I remember this is a big choice drop. I got through several sessions with no choices in this whole sequence. But there does appear, there is quite, although not as many as in Rinmaru's side, there is quite a few choices towards the end of the route. Which does motivate making a save actually at the second choice, because you don't have to skip all that, but whatever. So I actually forget what this is. I can translate the last line. So you're at Makoto's house, right? And not, you're at your own room when Makoto's there. I wonder what I should do. Okay, so this one is... Tell Otomachi to stay here or kick him out, I think. Let's do the opposite. Let's, like, try to see if we can kick him out. No, it's you. Okay. I'm thinking of going back to public security. What do you think?
もう戻るの？誠をほったらかしで。
Okay, so the first choice is stay with Makoto. That's probably the best choice because then you learn things from Otomachi about things, right? Second choice is go back to public security. I'm not going to leave her alone, but I don't have time, so I do have to hurry. There's a lot of research, right?
あるけど、リブロクで話した内容より、俺もちょっと詳しいところまでたどり着いたぞ。
There is, but I also found a little more detailed information than what I talked about in Re-Rock. Is that so?
ああ。12課に戻る前に聞いてったらどうだ？
Well, why don't you ask before you go back to Section 12? Wait a minute. Do you want to stay here?
そうだが？
Yes, but... What are you going to do in my room?
何って。
What? Well, it's gonna make sure no one comes from Makoto. You should use your legs to investigate.
そうだけどさ、誠の面倒見ないとダメじゃないか。
Yes, but I have to take care of Makoto, obviously, right? Well, yeah, but...
で、聞くの？聞かないの？
So, do you listen or not? Well then, dozo.
霧寺について、刑事部でもリブロクで聞き込み捜査を行ったんだが、霧寺のことを詳しく知る生徒や教職員は誰もいなかった。
Okay. And this is, you end up staying anyway. But if second, Otomachi has to convince you. So the plot isn't really affected in a major way, but you do look a little bit foolish if you pick the second choice. So you can go to Makoto's room first, or you can go to Heaven first, I think. I think I accidentally picked the other one, that's why these are both highlighted in blue. But my previous run-through was basing off of going to Makoto's room first, then going to Heaven, then going back to Makoto's room. So let's try going to Heaven first. I believe Makoto's room is the top one.
ここは？
Where is it? Oh, I'm sorry, but this investigation I was originally in charge of was going to... Yeah, we're going to Heaven first. Just to make it different. So we tried looking in the toilet. Did I actually find him on the sofa? I don't know, let's try this one just because we haven't picked it yet and see how it... I headed to the study, which is the next room. And, oh, that's the correct answer, okay. So the third one is, the top one is go to Makoto's room first. The bottom choice is go to Heaven first. And then the fourth choice is find Omega in heaven. Potentially. So the top one, I believe, is the sofa. The middle one is the office, which is the correct answer. And the third one is the toilet. Now, the sequence might be a little different of fourth and fifth, depending on if you go to Makoto's room first, but anyway. So the top one is pinch him, the bottom one is something else. I forgot what the bottom one is in this instance, even though it shows it. I'm not doing a bunch of saves, though, so I don't remember. We'll pick this one because I haven't picked it yet, though. It's easier to watch this if, you see me do different things than I did previously. Narumi says, hey.
Narumi-san.
Narumi-san. This painting is a replica. Even if you can fool the Chimera Club leader, you can't fool me. You imitated luxury hotel.
レプリカ。
Replica?
じゃあ、弁償する金額も大したことないですね。
The amount of compensation isn't that big. That's what it is. Omega, there's no difference between 2 and 3 holes, so just hit it one more time and relieve your stress.
よーし。
Okay. Mega's punch was weak. Where's the sharpness of that Megaton punch from earlier? No. This is how you do it. For some reason, my true fist punch penetrated the picture. When I thought about it, the punch from earlier was the same. Normally, if I punched a picture on the wall, my fist would hit the wall and it would hurt, but it didn't. This means there's a space on the other side of the painting. Eh? Maybe it's a hidden room. Is there a new boss ahead? The time indicated was 22:47, which, yeah, would be different because we haven't gone to the, we came here first, so the time would be earlier. And there you say, let's go to Makoto's room. Before that, let's go to Makoto's room. If I don't find any important information there, I'll go there. Well, what does that mean? But first, I'll check Makoto's room. If we don't find anything promising there, then we'll go take a look. Well, that kind of doesn't make any sense, but whatever. So we head to the Rev's twin room. When I entered the room, the smell of blood and cheap spices enveloped me. In a hurry, I turned on the air conditioner. Just entering makes me feel nauseous. It's not letting me skip, which is interesting. I can't stand it when I'm calm. Blood. Scared. Omega's sniffing around the room.
この匂い。
What is this
何でしょう
smell?
か。
I forgot there's another thing in the room besides blood and whatever. I don't know.
消臭剤の匂い。
Deodorant smell? It's cheap for a perfume. What was Makoto doing in this room? Why bother with this room? I try to remember Makoto's actions again. At 6:47, recorded a message on the voice recorder. 10 o'clock, attendance. At 21 hours, which is like 9 o'clock. Exit public security. 1 a.m. in the morning. The situation, it would be this morning. Check into Rev at 11 a.m. Email me, tell me to go to Integral at 12 o'clock. Return to Rev, even though she could have sent the email from being in Rev, but maybe she went somewhere to talk to like the homeless man or something. 3 o'clock p.m. Attempted to do the thing to herself. At the same time, she was found by the boss and me. I wonder if there are any memories in this room. If she was going to do that thing, she would have done it at home. There's something she can't do without this room. What is it? I don't know. I remember the image that was on the USB stick. Then I moved to the window. I got tired of the skip sound. The photo is from here, after all. Well, it doesn't make sense. What means does this photo have? What meaning does the photo have? Nothing has changed between the image in the photo and the world in front of
何
me.
ですかその写真。
What is that photo? This is the photo Makoto entrusted to me.
何かが写っているってことですね。
It means there is something in the picture. This photo was taken from around the window of this room. What did she want to convey? She went out of her way to take a photo with today's 11 p.m.
今
timestamp.
日のおかし
Today?
な話ですね。タイムスタンプを書き換えたんでしょうか。
That's a strange story. Did she rewrite the timestamp? To be in the future? Probably. I check my watch. 2 minutes away. I'm sure I'll know the answer soon. So you go to the park, right? Okay, Makoto's designated
何か
time.
が起こるんでしょうか。
Will something happen? Let's look at it from the same angle as this photo from the window. We'll go to the window and compare the photos and the view. I can skip now. Okay, I don't see any advantage to getting these wrong, so I'll just get these right. So 6 is so this category is Makoto's test questions. From homeless guy. So the middle one is Opi. No, Obi no Raja. I don't. Anyway, it's like the Opi boing thing. Top one, Opingja. The bottom, I don't know what that is. The bottom one, Dokuchuash. Okay. Anyway, the middle one's correct. We're just gonna go with it and keep skipping. Correct is in the middle. Number 7, 1977, 1978, and 1979. This one's the correct one. So this would be 820. And okay, so it's 8:10 and 9:15, 8:15 and 9:10, or 8:20 and 9:05. So this one, the bottom one is correct. And then number 9 is 3 times. 4 times, 5 times. Three times is correct. That is end of Makoto's test. Okay. I forget what this is. And what are we responding to exactly here? That's right, the place where I met Makoto is supposed to be closed now, having fallen into financial trouble once it became known as a building with sordid reputation. Okay, let's pick the bottom one because I haven't picked it just to see what it is. I forgot what the top one is. That one seems to go, like exit or something. Okay, I already know about Grantis. I don't need to remember it every time. Oh, so this one is probably don't explain Grantis. I think. Okay. What are we responding to now? It seems asking about the machines I saw at the Chimera Club are in Rev Suite, which are now located in Otamachi, whatever, is off limits. Accuse him still? Or this. I'll pick the bottom one. So top one would be accuse, press Otamachi more. Bottom would be let it go. There's probably another, like a 12 that happens if you don't let it go. I understand, I won't say anything else. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna leave space for 12, and then we're gonna skip to 13 for the next one, because I know if you keep pressing them, there'll be like another thing you could choose. Up back to the nurse's station in silence. Okay, we can't skip yet. I can hear the rain. Up, and then I can skip. Okay, the top one is go into the ICU. I presume this is not going to the ICU. I wanted to go inside, but I couldn't see what was going on inside the ICU. Omega's sitting in a chair and rowing a boat. It felt pathetic to take Omega out like this. Perhaps Chisato's end is near. No matter how little he remembers, he is a relative, and above all, Omega rushed to Chisato's place in the first place. It may be, or he rushed into the operating room. It may be a faint memory, but he may have that memory. Or maybe it reminded me of family ties. It's humane to leave him alone. Yeah, it would be a pity if I came in. The security police officer nodded. Thank you for your security. Yes. I saluted again. Okay. So top one is go into ICU room. Do not go in. Just look in. And you get a similar outcome either way. Okay, 14. Ah! Okay, meet Kiradera. What's the top choice? I haven't done yet. I kicked the floor. Jump forward as quickly as possible and turn my body in the air. Okay. You pull the trigger 3 times in quick I pulled the trigger 3 times in quick succession towards Kiradera. The bullet seemed to hit Kiradera. However, just like before, the bullet simply passed through his body and punched a hole in the wall. However, the moment I landed on the floor, a shock ran through my side. Kiradera's toes are sunken in. Don't do anything pointless. Okay, so top one is jump and attack him with shooting. The bottom one is just talk to him. Okay, next. Unable to bear it anymore, I follow the floor. Or I thought you were already on the floor. When I tried to raise my gun again... Kya. A strange sound came from my wrist. What followed was excruciating pain. My wrist had been bent in an impossible direction. I unconsciously dropped my gun. I wisely tried to pick up the gun with the other hand. My invisible force knocked it away and sent it across the floor. You wisely? Wisely. Okay, I guess she's going after that. You are an idiot. I was kicked in the side again. Gah. For a moment I fainted, sparks flying in my head. It's a waste of time to come to you, you're just a nuisance, go to sleep. Kara puts his palm on my temple. A violent shock shook my brain. I guess I was wrong. I was naive after all. And just like that, I lost consciousness. When I woke up, it was in a pitch black room. I had no idea where it was or what time it was. My cell phone and watch were also stolen. There was no way to communicate with the outside world, and what appeared to be a door that I groped around for was locked from the outside. I was trapped in that dark world for a long time with no way to do anything. Oh, I know what this is. Nope, I can't skip it. Okay. I wonder how much time has passed since then. After a few days, I finally escaped from the room. Then I went out into the town and was shocked. It seemed like nothing has changed. Something is different. Oh, that's kind of contradictory. I don't feel it very clearly. Just a vague feeling. The world is different from what it used to be. People walking down the street are all silent and expressionless. Occasionally you'll see couples holding hands and smiling. A toddler in a stroller is having a tantrum and crying, while his mother is cradling him with a wry smile. A daily life where nothing should have changed. Now, is this skippable? Yeah, it is. Okay. Spamming the skip. So that's diverification. We already had that, don't we? Okay. Yeah, okay. So that goes to... So if you attack him, that goes straight to diverification. Which... Interesting. I think... Is that... That's different from divinity, right? Divinity is when you kill Otomachi, I think. Okay. Let's try some stuff again. Okay, so we have a bad end. I don't know. It doesn't matter what we do here, I think. I'm just going to do the shorter one. And then we have the big choice route. Okay, I'll put a save here, and I'll overwrite the one from last recording, which I already exhausted the pillow of possibilities going off of it for, so it doesn't matter. Just so I don't have to do all that skipping every time, because I don't think what you do with the security robots in front of the school, in the school matters. The first choice is just irrelevant. Now I'm going to try to do this really badly, so I'm going to say, I want to go back to, public security. Oh, wait a second. Okay. I got these flipped around. Flipped. Okay. That's not good.
More model.
Okay, I'm gonna go to heaven for Makoto's room first this time, just to see if there's any choices when you do that I didn't note. Oh yeah, there are. Okay, so I'm gonna put like a 3.5. Like, why bother with the room? Looks like I've gone through all three already. I forgot what all of them were. Let's see what the top one is, just so I can start filling this out. Try to remember Makoto's actions again. So go over Makoto's actions again. Okay. Oh, I have to go through all anyways. So this one is kind of not substantial. Okay. USB memory. Image. I don't know what the third thing is, but might figure that out later. Let's do this one, because I haven't done it yet. I peeked behind the sofa. Oh. Omega? He wasn't there. I wonder if it's really hidden. I head to the study, which was the next room. Oh. Okay, so what was this one? Look into the hole. Oh, okay. Look into the hole. Hello? Okay, let's try getting these wrong and see what happens. Google Translate. No, it doesn't translate into anything. You can't go wrong, it's
あんた
CPS.
なるみじゃない。不正解。
You are not Narumi. Incorrect. Huh? I am Narumi, don't be silly. I grab my clothes and put a gun to his
な
head.
るみじゃない。なるみのふりしてるだけ。
It is not Narumi, you're just pretending to be Narumi. Do you want to be killed? Stop asking stupid questions and tell me what Makoto has to do. Stop asking stupid questions and tell me what Makoto wanted.
なるみじゃない。なるみのふりしてるだけ。教えられない。
You are not Narumi, you are just pretending to be Narumi. I cannot tell you. The middle-aged man pushes me away and tries to run away. Wait, don't move, I'll shoot.
なるみさん
な
Narumi-san.
るみじゃない。なるみのふりしてるだけ。教えられない。
It's not Narumi, you're just pretending to be Narumi, I can't tell you. Notice how robotic he is, right? Yeah, this kind of emphasizes it. Stop. The middle-aged man ignores me and leaves. Stop. The middle-aged man never stops moving. Kuso. I aim at the middle-aged man's back. I pulled the trigger. Mega's like, you what now? Why is Narumi so murderous? I wouldn't expect her to kill this person. The middle-aged man was shot and crushed to pieces.
なるみさん
Narumi-san. It's okay. It's a special tranquilizer bullet, so he won't die. I approach the fallen middle-aged man. Mega stands still. I perform a physical examination on the middle-aged man. I find a card and a letter in his pocket. The letter is Makoto's handwriting. I open the letter. Can't skip this apparently. So when light and darkness merge, everything will be guided. What is this, Makoto? You're doing so elaborate things. I read more. Senpai, if you can't solve this problem, please go to 84 Shibuya-cho, whatever. The answer is in the basement. The answer? Looks like it's worth a visit. Wait a minute. There's something else in there, right? This might be a trap. It says when you just can't solve it. I wonder if what's written here, in the light and darkness merge, everything will be guided, has something to do with the card from earlier. I look at the card. Nope, can't skip this. Picture of the sun is drawn, it looks weird after that. Look at the back, you'll see a picture of the moon. It looks weird here too. Pattern is similar to Morse, but I can't read it no matter how much I try. What should I do about something like this? I'm gonna come here for a moment. Nope, still can't skip. How long are you going to stand here? Listen to me. Omega reluctantly approaches me. Omega, it's certainly wrong to shoot an innocent person, but we don't have time, so please understand. Besides, that bullet won't kill or hurt anyone.
はい
Yes. Huh? Omega nods sheepishly. Sorry, I was scared. Omega nods again. I've had Omega on
大
the
丈
head.
夫です。
It's okay. I just wanted to ask you something, but do you know anything about this card? I give the card to Omega. Omega tilts his head slightly,
わかり
so
ま
he
せん
can't。skip.
でも光と闇の溶け合う時っていうことは日食と関係あるんですかね。
The hint is when light and darkness merge, everything will be guided. I guess it's supposed to say it's supposed to merge the two sides of the card. I don't know, but does the light time when light and darkness merge have something to do with the solar eclipse? I see, that may be so. I have one more hint. Senpai, if you can't solve it no matter what, please go to 4-8 Shibu this address. The answer is in the
そ
basement.
れはトラップだと思います。
I think it's a trap. Trap? Why would Makoto trap
で
us?
もどうしても解けない時って書いてありますよね。逆に考えるとどうしても解いてほしいっていうことだと思います。
But when you can't solve it, it says, if you think about it the other way around, I think it means I really want you to solve it. I see. Then what is this address? Where is it? I tried searching in my head, but there was a hook that came to mind. It's a hotel called Grantis. Yes, the place where I met Makoto. It should have been closed down thanks to the fact the building is in bad business. Okay, what's the top bit? Oh, explain, don't explain. Yeah, okay.
行くのはいいんですけど、このおじさんどうするんですか？
It's fine to go, but what are you going to do with this old man? He'll wake up in about 10 minutes. He's just sleeping.
そうなんですか？
Is that so? Yes, it's okay.
行きましょう。
Okay, let's go. Okay. So that's what happens when you get it wrong, is you tranquilize the guy. Okay, for this one... Top one. I believe it's probably stop him and don't stop him. We'll pick the bottom one here. I turned on my heel. Retrieve. Tamachi. Bottom was let him go. Let him do as he pleases, or I'll do as I please, one or the other. If you think that he will chase you, if he thinks that I will chase him forever, he is wrong. I slowly started walking towards the nurse's station. Suddenly I feel a presence on my back. And then my arm was taken. I'm sorry. What?
追いかけてきてくれると思ってて。
I thought you would come running after me. Baka. Someone you can't hate. Oh. Okay, I thought I'd try believing in this guy for a little while. Just a little bit. Okay, that doesn't have as negative a consequence as I thought it would have. Okay, this doesn't matter probably that much. Okay, top one gives me a bad ending, so let's do bottom one. How does Kiradera know this? Let's pick the top choice of these two. So the top 15, I don't refer what the bottom one, but the top one is how do you know that?
Because
I researched it. How?
俺たちの情報網を使って。三島成美とかいう女が何者で、身長、体重、それからどこに住んでてどこで生まれ育って、調べるのなんか簡単だ。
We use our information network. It's easy to find out who a woman named Narumi Mishima is, her height, weight, where she lives, where she was born and raised. How'd you know I was coming
だ
here?
から偶然だ。お前こそ、なぜここに来た？
So it's a coincidence. Why did you come here? It's for an
間
investigation.
もなく時は滅ぶ。お前は何を探す？
Time will soon end. What are you looking for? Why bother? How to prevent time from dying.
さすが公安12課だな。仕事熱心なことだ。でも、ここではたまたま俺に会っただけいいようなもんで、本来ならお前の過去がわかる程度の収穫しかなかったはずだ。
As expected in Public Security Section 12, you're so dedicated to your work. But here it's like you just happened to meet me, and originally the only thing you could have done was learn about your past. Yeah, why would you investigate? Why would you go here to learn about that? Yeah, it's
そ
frustrating,
ん
though.
なところに優秀な捜査員がわざわざこの切迫した状況でやってきたわけだ。
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that the second time either. So, 16, call from boss. You can answer it or not answer it. Right? Boss? Right now, I can't tell you that I can't tell him that I'm at Kurunosuke Shimura's house, or that I met Kiradera, but didn't do anything. Decided to pretend that I was taking a nap at home and leave the matter unsettled. Well, I have to go back to work. Let's go to the hospital for now. Let's say we get this wrong. 16, 17. It's pool or loop. Okay, let's say it's loop. You read it as loop.
え、
And Omega's like, huh? Huh? Is it different? I tried turning it again. Sorry, I made a mistake. You read it as, you can read it pool. Little consequence. Little consequence. But pool is correct.
はい。
So she burns up your underwear and there's no choices, okay. Oh, this is Dad asks what you think of him. The top one sounds like I don't know. We'll probably choose that to figure out what it is. Bottom one is Hage Oyaji. I don't know what that is. We'll pick the top one. Nagi. A walking nag. Don't know what the middle one is, and the last one is Cool Dad.
You have
a pay cut starting next month. Wow, you're so tyrannical.
誠のクレジットカードの利用記録が分かった。
Makoto's credit card usage records were
昨日
found.
誠は自殺を図る直前に妙な買い物をしてる。
Okay, this one is. So, this one is, do you watch anime? And it's yes and no. I'll say yes this time.
私もよく見ます。大好きなんです。
I watch it often too, I love it.
でも日本のアニメに馴染みのない欧米の人たちはこんなことを言うそうです。どうしてこの少女たちはこんなに目が大きいんだって。
But Westerners who are not familiar with Japanese anime will say things like, why do these girls have such big eyes? There's some science behind that,
私
probably.
たちにはその造形がすでに基準となって刷り込まれているので違和感は全く覚えないけど、逆にアメリカのアニメを見ると言い方は悪いけど
That form has already been imprinted on us as a standard, but I don't feel any discomfort at all. On the other hand, when I watch American anime, I'm sorry to say this, but don't they look
で
beautiful?
すね。これって不思議だと思いませんか？
I see, don't you think it's strange? I wonder where beauty standards are made.
ですよ。
Okay. Okay. So I believe this is shooting Otamachi. As is confusing to me before. So, don't shoot is the top one and shoots the bottom one. We already know shoot's probably going to automatically go to bad ending. It's probably divinity. So we're gonna don't shoot because that's the way to progress the story. Hint from memories. Say we do. We should fully consider it a possibility. I don't think there are any kind of hints there are, but if you hide hints in your memories, you can gain great strength.
そうか。でもどんなヒントなんでしょうね。
Yeah, and then you jump in, right? And then you end up getting divocation or whatever the word is. Divarication. Okay, so I'm going to try to make the best possible choices and see what happens, okay? Okay, with this I want to stay with Mokoto, which is the bottom one. Decided to stay by Makoto's side. And then here I'm going to go to Makoto's room first because it has a tree going from it, so it might be the right answer. It has more choices in its tree. It might be the original plan. And the correct answer is this middle one. You just look into the hole. Pick the middle choice, which is correct. What'd I do? No, I messed this whole thing up.
あんた、ナルミじゃない。
Okay, I have to redo this. Accidentally hit the skip key too many times.
正解。ではボイジャーが なるほど。では正解。次で最後。俺は今まで確かに。
Yeah, I don't need to explain it. Pretty sure that's for the convenience of the reader, and that's actually like a point worth choice. Just gonna let this go.
すまん。
I'm not gonna go in. Whoops, I don't know which one I picked. Hopefully it didn't matter. I'm going to answer it.
Narumiか。
Where is she again? Shimura's house. And I don't know what the second one is. I'm at Shimura Kuranosuke's house.
志村蔵之介の家？何やってんだ？
Shimura, what are you doing? I arrived after chasing Kiradera. I
この
lied.
霧寺はどうした？
What happened to Kiradera? I lost him.
そうか、相変わらず優秀な捜査官だな。オメガはどうしてる？
はい。
Call him. Okay, I'm curious what this is. He's saying rejected. Bald old man.
なんだと？
What?
俺はハゲてない。断じてハゲてないぞ。
I'm not bald. I am definitely not bald. Words.
誠のクレジットカードの利用記録が分かった。
Okay, well, now I know. I don't think this matters.
私もよく
Um, so a branch down here. Anything you remember? Any actions you remember? I think there's jump in and stop. Okay, I'll stop for now. Let's think about it a little bit more before we make a careless move.
そうですね。
That's right. Let's put memories aside and think about it a little more.
わざわざプールに暗号を書いた意味。
The meaning of writing of the code on the code in the pool. That's because it's normal to think that the code wouldn't work unless it was in a pool.
そうですね。でも、
Yes, but what?
もう少し見やすい暗号にしてくれてもよかったのにって思いません？
Don't you think it would have been nice if the code was a little easier to read?
雨が降ってて水面がピチャピチャになってる。すごく見づらいですよ。
It's raining and the surface water is slick. It's really hard to see.
それなのにルックミーアップ、私を調べてなんて矛盾してるっていうか。
And yet, look me up and look into me are contradictory. Not really. I mean, in English they aren't. Isn't that because Makoto was expecting us to see the code on a sunny day? According to the weather forecast, it looks like it would be a sunny day. It's still raining though.
じゃあこの状態は完全じゃないってことですかね。
Oh, this is unskippable. Okay. Then you have to choose. Choose who jumps in. You can choose yourself. After I take off my jacket and jump to the pool, I suddenly had a thought. Makoto would be maybe hiding hints in our memories as well. If I do that, no other than me will be able to crack the code. Oh, I can't skip this. Now I was about to jump into the pool, but is that a normal thing to do? If you can't figure it out from the ground, you'd want to jump in and find out. I feel like I can't crack this code. As someone who has memories with Makoto, what action should I take? Oh, I see. At that time, I jumped into the pool to save Makoto. That's no good. The hint is Makoto's actions. Makoto was floating on the pool. Maybe I should try to imitate that. With that thought in mind, I gently float my body into the water of the pool. Keeping my head up, I slowly move my hands towards the center of the pool. Omega looked down at me with a strange look on his face.
何してるんですか？そこを調べなきゃ。
What are you doing? You have to look at the bottom. Okay, just watch. I moved to the center of the pool while floating. The morning sun was peeking through the black clouds, and it was so dazzling. Then, what did Makoto do? Send Morse code for help? And
無限の星空に
in the endless starry sky,
溶けてしまいたいです。
I want to melt. That's right, Makoto sank straight into the pool. While watching the sky become clearer, I slowly lowered myself into the pool. The sight that unfolded before my eyes gave me goosebumps. Makoto, this is what you wanted to convey. The water in the pool reflected the code drawn on the bottom like a mirror. Oh, look up! See the reflection, okay. Rock. What? Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm gonna write, look me up. Put exclamation point. And I'm gonna flip it over. Wait. So it's. Rook we numb. That doesn't make any sense. Mbia. This also doesn't make any sense. I've heard this phenomenon before. Total internal reflection. That's not what total internal reflection means, but okay. Well... you can get partial internal... oh, maybe it is. Here's the problem. You know why I said that? It wasn't really because I was thinking about it. It's because automatically when a science fiction game brings up a concept that I actually know what it is, brain immediately goes up. It must be wrong because science fiction is never right about anything. It always misuses terminology. But yeah, if you had something that was outside the window, the cone, for which if you were to outside the cone, which light can come in through, then you'd only get images from what was outside. You just get reflection out there. So, yeah. Phenomenon in which the water surface reflects the bottom surface like a mirror, but you still get partial reflection in the middle cone. You just get some light coming in from above too. At the same time the hint "look me up" was drawn together, I also understand the meaning. What? Unlike 11037, this does not make sense. A literal translation would be look up at me. Okay. The I here refers to this code. Visit me, go to the code. Look up, look me up, look up the code. Whatever. He's looking up and seeing the code. That's not enough. Look up at me, look up at the code from underwater. For the first time, everything will melt. Bull! My body almost touched the bottom of the pool and I hurriedly scratched my hands and feet. With just that, the code drawn in moss crumbles into pieces. The water in the pool turned green and cloudy. I got out of the pool.
大変ですよ。暗号が崩れちゃってます。
It's a big deal. The code is broken. It's okay. I retrieved Makoto's words properly. I will never forget the sight I saw once. And I will never miss Makoto's words. Because that's what I swore.
それじゃあ、暗号は解けたんですか?
So, did she crack the code? Yes. Rev. Really? I didn't okay. If you saw that... that's what Makoto wanted to convey to me. Also, that means nothing. The answer is Rev. Like, really?
レブ。
You've already
暗
been
号に
there.
そんな意味が?
That code has such a meaning? Omega's eyes widened in surprise and his face suddenly turned red when he saw me.
なるみさん、服が
And Narumi signed your clothes. What's wrong with my clothes?
透けちゃってます。
They're see-through. Why do you have to point that out? I laughed as I sneezed the hem of my shirt. I squeezed the hem of my shirt. I'm fine with seeing... Don't mind if my underwear shows through a little. Omega is really so naive. You're naive. You have no underwear. You burned it.
下着じゃなくて、その...
It's not underwear. It's your. When he said that, I looked down at my shirt. I was not wearing a bra. It was stolen by Mew and burned. Even though I have perfect memory, I still make mistakes. This is not the time to analyze it. I panicked and grabbed my chest and screamed. Don't look at me.
はい。
Yes. However, the only way to disguise it was to put on a jacket. I don't have time to buy new clothes or dry them. If you catch a cold, it's Omega's fault. If I catch a cold, it's Omega's fault.
なんでですか?
Why? Then I received a phone call from Otamachi. What's wrong?
Narumi, Chisatoの容体が急変した。
Narumi, Chisato's condition has suddenly changed. Huh?
血圧と脈拍が低下してきている。今医師団が処置を協議中だ。
Blood pressure and pulse rate are dropping. A team of doctors is currently discussing treatment. I understand. I'll send Omega on his way. Omega, I'm afraid Chisato's condition has suddenly changed. Hurry up and go to the hospital. Omega nodded silently. I took 1,000 yen out of my pocket and handed it to Omega. I hope you can catch a taxi with this. Omega took it
あ
silently.
りがとう。
Thank you. This is not the time for thank you. Hurry up. Omega nodded and ran off. Well, I'll go to Rev and investigate thoroughly. What on earth is there? I've already been to Rev, right? I look forward to it. So now I have left here to wonder, did I just miss the answer last time I played this? Was it basically, do I take a hint from my memories and say yes? And there's a choice, do I just jump in or do I wait? Do I act on something from my memories or do I wait and think about it? You say I wait and think about it. Then you go, okay, someone has to jump in and choose who to jump in and choose yourself. If that sequence, right, and then I just didn't think about the stop and don't do the action, I forgot about that choice. So I did go back and check all the choices in the tree branching off of, going off of your memories. That's why I didn't find the answer. It's not because I did anything special here, I just missed that option. Wow. Okay, that's a needle thread. I feel like I'm stupid. I feel like I tried to exhaust all the choices of that. And then I didn't. It's completely sunny. My clothes are starting to dry little by little. Until I came here, a lot of people looked at me strangely. Well, don't you have a suit jacket? My whole body was soaked and in the worst condition. But I didn't have time to worry about that. Yeah, this is a big problem of the whole man writing woman protagonist problem. It's just it's just the same as if they wrote a male protagonist, except they make these kind of jokes. It's now 9:12. The second Eclipse project will be completed at 12 o'clock. 3 hours left. I hope you all find the answers now. I hope I find all the answers now. I went inside Rev. No matter how many times I come, I still feel bad. The odor. The smell of blood. The smell makes me stop thinking. Scared. There's a faint smell of something that counteracts this. What is this smell? So this is the first time I got through that chain. I'm gonna save scum it. I know it sounds kind of... I know that's scummy. But, I'm not confident I can pick my way through that again. Okay, don't save scum from here on out, right? So it's like I got here. Now, try not to now just go off from here, okay? So it's either gamma, which would be the smell of gum, or smell of flowers. I'm gonna guess flowers. Flowers in the vase? The fact that it smells artificial. That's right, Makoto had bought a lot of gum. Oh, so it is gum. Okay, I picked the wrong thing. What was it used for? I had such doubts in my mind. Gum. Where does this smell come from? Holding back the nausea that was rising, I searched for the source of the smell. Towards the window, towards the back room. I checked the smell in the room. However, the smell was not as strong as I felt the moment I entered. Go back to the entrance. I'll trick the second one. Go back to the entrance. I walk towards the entrance. The smell gradually becomes stronger. Then near the entrance is a closet and a bathroom. Go into the closet. Open the closet. It does not contain anything that might cause an odor. So, I go to the bathroom. Man, I'm picking the wrong... two of the three choices I picked here are wrong. It's the place that I don't want to open if possible. The bathtub is still dyed red. The standard range of blood specific gravity for Japanese people is that... What? What does that have to do with anything? Erythrocyte sedimentation rate? Standard range for blood specific gravity in Japanese people is that for men and that for women. Okay. Whatever that means. Maybe density? Because the density of water is close to 1 kilogram per meter per liter, right? So 1.052 is a little bit more than that. So that's the density. Perhaps the supernatant liquid had been completed and is much easier to see. It sunk to the bottom of the tub. I turned my eyes toward the bathtub, almost turning away. The supernatant liquid is... There wasn't... So... The limit has already been reached. I can't stay in a normal state of mind. Try the top choice. Just look at the red liquid. My senses suddenly disappear from my mind. Red liquid. Do this. Where's the smell coming from? As I walk through the bathroom step by step, I sharpen my senses and remain alert. The source of the smell. Inside the bathtub. Ah. I can see a faint black shadow. Its shadow floats in the water as if swaying. No, don't leave. I slowly reach out and put my hand in the bathtub. I can reach the black shadow. The black shadow wraps around my hand. This is... What is this? There's something pale and fuzzy floating there. Hair? Let's pull it up and check it out. I tighten my grip and tighten my grip. It's heavy. I pull further. Face appeared from the water. Both hands and feet are handcuffed. Notice there's a negative that. Handcuffed are both hands and feet. A diving mask is worn on the face. The intake hose is located on the back of the jetpack. The jet path. The jet bath. The intake hose is located at the back of the jacuzzi, or the jet thing. The exhaust hose is inserted to the drain hole and sealed with gum to prevent water from leaking. Whoa! For a moment I return to my body. A boy emerges from the blood-filled bathtub. I take off his mask. You are... I met this boy once. I drew a 3D portrait of him. So the eclipse of Rinmaru, Makoto, put some sort of mask on him, set up something in the bathtub to keep him, somehow knocked him out, kept him something in the bathtub to keep him breathing while submerged in the bathtub. They might have also been like putting anesthetic in him simultaneously, I don't know. Wow. Rinmaru? Why is he here? No, how long have you been here in the first place? Yeah, she also got naked and laid on top of him in the bathtub. Anyway. The place where... The place where my senpai arrived after solving all the mysteries. There is the truth. That's what Makoto's letter said. Does that mean this boy knows the truth? Hey, stay strong, hey. I slapped Mario on the cheek. His eyes open slightly, hollow eyes, but he is conscious. Please answer, what do you know? I don't have time anymore. You're the only one I can rely on. Remember, this is an eclipse. So he's not going to be like Rinmaru. This reaction, is it really eclipse? So, is that all? No, wait. It's not like we've run out of ways to get the story out. I remember a time when Otamachi had a conversation with a girl named Yuyu. You know Makoto Yukizumi, right? The woman who is lying in this bathtub, just like you. You know her, right? Nana no hito. So, like... What person? That woman? Yeah, I mean, I know she's like thinking, well, Makoto put him, somehow came up with the plan to put him in here after she did her, like, her thing she did, but he's been in here for a while, because the smell of gum has been here since Narumi went here with Omega earlier. And Makoto bought this stuff before she did her plan. She bought the gum beforehand. I'm guessing that, like, literally Narumi was on top of him and he was actually here, like, the whole time. Oh well. That doesn't appear to be what Narumi understands, though. That person... You know, the person that handcuffed you and such. You heard about a certain plan from that woman, right? The Eclipse Project 2, tell me about it.
僕
Me. Ah, already. I'm not good with this kind of guiding conversation. You're dying to talk about Project 2 Eclipse. You can't resist.
話
The story. Look, your mouth starts moving on its own. If you talk, you'll feel better.
あの人女の人が
That person, that woman. A woman, you mean Makoto, right? What happened to
女
Makoto?
の人が僕を
A woman in me? What are you?
あの人が僕を
That person, me. How do I get stuck like this? Are you saying Makoto was keeping you here?
僕を
Me. Rimaro nodded slightly in response to my question. Did Makoto sink Rinmaru here? Yes. You just now figured that out? Put handcuffs on your hands and feet. He's been in this bathtub the whole time? Yes. Ever since I discovered Makoto here? Yes. Why would Makoto do something like that to you?
僕あの人
That person. Hey, answer me.
女の人が
The woman? No. Rimaro only repeats the same words. His expression was pale, probably because he had been in the water for so long. He's running at... His expressed he had been in the water for so long, his face was pale, drained of all color, his skin too was waterlogged and stark white. Yeah, he's got that whole like shriveled thing going on. Those like raisin hands. His body is gradually starting to tremble. It's not a good idea to leave him like this. I put my hand under Rinmaru's armpit and pulled him out of the bathtub. It was difficult for me to drag the boy's body out. Is that the identical sound effect for like water rushing through a corridor in Ever 17? Kind of a different, extra dramatic there. She was soaked. He was soaked. Bloody, you could say. But I sat him down on the bed. This is Makoto's blood all over him, right? Rimmaru's body trembled more and more violently. Is it cold? Yes, samoi means cold, so correct. It seems impossible to listen, for him to listen anymore. I take out the cell phone and contact the boss. He does not answer, apparently.
Narumi, どうした? 何かあったのか?
Yes, he does. Narumi, what's wrong? Something happened? Yes, a boy I found at Rev, where Makoto was.
何? どういうことだ?
What do you mean? Maybe the boy was there even before Makoto was
分
discovered.
かった。すぐに応援を手配する。
Understood, I'll arrange for support right away. Wait, before that, get the emergency services here. It looks like the boy was in the bathtub the whole time. Although he is conscious, he is in a dazed state.
すぐに手配する。お前これからどうするんだ?
I'll make arrangements right away. What are you going to do now? I'll look for something here a little more.
頑張ってくれ。
Good luck. Yes. I hung up. Once again, I remember Makoto's words. The truth is found at the last place. Yeah, look underneath Renmaru. The truth lies at the place where I finally arrived. Still haven't gotten to the truth. Where did it end up? The bathtub. The bathtub. That's all I can think of. Well, you could think of the bed, I just didn't happen to choose that. I came here because of a message from Makoto. I looked up me or Makoto and found out that I had that she had purchased a diving mask, diving weights, gum, and rotomone. And the rotomone might be all in the trap room. Then I visited... Oh! So she poured a bunch of rotomone in the bathtub. So it was all red, so you couldn't see in there. You didn't realize that much blood couldn't have come out of her. This is like a Danganronpa thing. I just got reminded of that because someone in the comments asked me about Danganronpa 2x2. Which, yeah, like, got me all excited about Danganronpa again. I'm really excited to play that. But anyway, it's like, there's all these materials being used and stuff. Okay. Then I visited me, that is me, and looked up to me. What? And then I visited that place, that me, and looked up at myself, or Makoto. And the place I ended up was Rev. When I looked at Makoto's room and Rev again, I find a place that smells like gum in the bathtub. Here, it's the dead end. What about the large amount of rotomone? Ah. It's weird if you think about it. Makoto's neck was cut firmly and blood was gushing out. The blood in that bathtub didn't seem that diluted. Really? It's rotomone? And them people were drinking it. Them Mirage people loved rotomone. It smells like blood. It really truly smells like blood. Man. Guess I'm familiar with Rhett McLaughlin and all the various things about Rhett McLaughlin. Okay, I looked into the bathtub and stared at the red liquid. Which is pale because they had to negative the image because we can't show red blood in Japanese games. Danganronpa thing! Anyway, but why? The reason why she included so many rotomones, I didn't know. But I definitely felt like this was the place of truth. Because that's the situation I hate the most. This place is covered in blood. I thought this was the place of truth. Those blood-stained place. I felt like this was the place where the truth lay. Right, so maybe you should stick all the bottles of empty rotomone bottles in the gas chamber trap. But this is where the extra rotomone is. Why? Why reveal the truth in a place I hate the most? Because we figured out through this whole thing that Makoto is kind of... What word should I use to... I know a word I'd use colloquially to describe this. I don't want to use this like and record myself using it. You could say she's a phallus. Like, she does mean things. There's something hidden in this bathtub. A challenge to me. That's how it felt. I explored the bathtub while holding back my nausea. A flash memory shaped like the letter I came out from the bottom of the bathtub.
Narumi!
The boss is here. Oh, Tamachi's here. It says Narumi. Tamachi entered the room. I go back to my room, to the room.
Narumi, どうした? 大丈夫か?
Narumi, what's wrong? Are you okay? Yeah, I look like I'm covered in blood. Yeah, that's okay.
おいおい、その血。
That blood. It's not my blood. Don't look so pale. Besides this, I took out the eye-shaped flash memory.
フラッシュメモリー? どこにあったんだ?
Flash memory, where was it? It was inside the
ちょっと待っ
bathtub.
た。お前に気を取られてたけど、ベッドに転がってる血まみれのやつは。
Wait a minute, I'm distracted by you, but what is that bloody thing lying on the bed? That boy was also found in the bathtub. He looks like he has eclipsy.
エクリプシー？バスタブ？一体どうなってるんだ？わかりやすく説明してくれ。
Eclipsy? Bathtub? What's going on? Please explain it to an easy to understand manner. I don't have time, so I'll explain briefly. I followed a message from Makoto and ended up in this room where I found that the boy with the eye flash memory in the bathtub.
誠からのメッセージ？
Message from Makoto? Yes, please take that boy. Support and emergency services should be here soon. With that, I headed to the Metropolitan Police Department. That's because I thought there was truth in this flash memory. There's no truth, it's all just not. 10:08 a.m. I rode my bike and came this far. I can't afford to waste even a minute. I hurriedly ran to the door. I remember, like, Makoto's pacing this out, right? Like, to get one of the hints, you can't get it until exactly 11 o'clock that night, the night before, right? So she's trying to make sure you don't solve it too soon in that way. She distracts you with the helmet from Mew. There's a bunch of stuff she's doing that's, like, pacing you out so that you don't figure it out until the end. It's public security section 12 room on the second basement floor. There was no time to wait for the elevator. I ran all the way here, my body exhausted and battered. Ran down the stairs. I do that too often. Halfway up the stairs, my feet trembled. When I mustered up that little strength I had left in my body and kept running. It's one of the irritating things to me, is if you have a building where you have this beautiful elevator that's all styled and whatever, and then you have a stairwell that is hidden and it's behind a door that looks like it would be an emergency exit. If you open it, an alarm would sound, but not really. And then you figure out all the doors from the stairs. Like, all the doors have locks where you can go out from the hallway to the stairs, but not from the stairs to the hall, from the stairs back into the main hall. So the stairs are only an emergency exit. I ended up taking a test, like, last week in a test center that had test center that was in a building with stairs like that. And so I couldn't go back. I went out the door from the floor I was on, which is the second floor, went down the stairs to the first floor, couldn't get back in the building to get to the main entrance from the stairs. So I went back to the second floor. Nope, there's a lock there too. So I had to go out this extra exit from just the stairwell. It looked like I didn't want to go out because I was afraid it would be an emergency exit and the alarm would sound, but it wasn't. I got out of the building. Oof. Anyway. Please, people, respect the stairs when you make an office building or like a business apartments building. People like to use stairs instead of the elevator. Oftentimes get up much faster going up the stairs than waiting for the elevator and going up with the elevator. I want to use the stairs. I don't want to use your elevator. But I mustered up this little strength I had left in my body and kept running. There was no bosses or other investigators in the room. Well, I look at the clock. 10:12. There are less than 2 hours left until the appointed time. I don't have time anymore. I hurried to my seat and woke up my PC from sleep. It made that sound. I connected the flash memory to the PC. USB was recognized and a folder was expanded. And there were 2 files there. Password.txt and senpai.txt. I'm checking to see if it's me here as well. So, we're checking to see if it's really me here too. Please call me. Then I open password.txt. Thank you for your hard work, Narumi-senpai. But I'd like to check if it's really Narumi-senpai. The file 2senpai.txt in this flash memory requires a password. If you make a mistake even once, the file will be automatically locked, so be careful. Here's a password hint. Oh, you get a... I wonder what bad ending that one is, but okay. I have promised my senior that we will look at a certain phenomenon together. But when will that be? Oh, when will the transit of Venus be? Please enter the 8 digits for the year, month, and day. Oh, that's right. The month and date are 2 digits. I see. That's easy. So it's 2 for the month, 2 for the day, 4 for the year. The story that I rescued Makoto about when I rescued Makoto and Rev.
先輩
This was calculated?
もうすぐですね
It's almost
太
right.
陽に黒い影が
A black shadow on the sun.
あのイベントのことですよ
It's about that event.
歴史的な空の
Historical, the
宇
sky,
宙のイベント
an event in the universe. What are you talking about? That's not happening
晴
now.
れるかな
I wonder if it will be sunny.
晴れてくれるといいんだけど
I hope it clears up, but
梅雨時だから心配です
it's the rainy season, so I'm worried.
だってこれを逃したら
Because if I miss this,
あと100年以上も待たなくちゃ
so you have to wait. I'll have to wait 100 years. Need 100 years or more.
なるみ先輩その時も一緒に見ましょうね
Narumi senpai, let's watch together then too. That's right, Makoto. I'll always remember your promise. This is, I can't forget it even if I don't want to. I remember everything, even the smallest things. That's why it hurts so much when people easily break their promises. Makoto always worked hard to remember. I'm sure she was paying attention to me. Thank you, Makoto. Someone who knows me well. I should have gotten to know Makoto more. Yeah, you figured out how mean she is. To senpai.txt. This is the message file for me. While I want to see the truth, I also feel terrible. I think there's something here that I don't want to see. Okay. I tried to open this file. Now. The dialogue appears requesting a password. It would be nice to put the date here. I have cyclopedia syndrome. I can never forget it. The day of my promise with Makoto. That's... Okay, let me Google. Dates of transits of Venus. Did Souza write a march about the transit of Venus? Whoops, I'm hitting the microphone. Hopefully I didn't make a big boom noise. So this is supposed to take place in 2012, right? June 6th. So that's this one. To Narumi senpai. The fact that you were looking at this file means that you have cleared all the traps that I set. But yeah, I googled the NASA thing. I didn't remember it. I don't have cyclopedia syndrome. I just googled it. The fact that you're looking at this file means that you have cleared all the traps that I set. Congratulations. And unfortunately, it's my loss. First of all, I have nothing to apologize for. That's what I meant when I said I was a spy. Don't believe anyone meant. Don't believe in myself either. Why did you do this? My idea of something scary turned out to be true. It said things I didn't want to see. Things I didn't want to know. I'm a member of an organization called Liminality. The current purpose of this organization is to carry out the Second Eclipse Project. Because of what I suffered when I was young, my father, I despaired of everything, and the way I think about this world, the world in which I interact with other people. Except for one person. Liminality will bring about an ideal society. The world where all people become foolish people and end their lives peacefully without any doubts or conflicts. So liminality is creating Eclipsia and is pushing people out into this new world. But it's not doing it suddenly. My biggest issue I've had with this connecting the Second Eclipse Project to the whole ecliptic syndrome thing is because the whole ecliptic syndrome thing is happening gradually. People go into the new world from the old world, leaving behind eclipses little by little, a few people at a time. Whereas there's this one, I don't know if the right word is punctiliar or not, but there's like a punctiliar time in which the Second Eclipse Project is supposed to occur, and that is on May 21st or something like that, 2012. I don't have my old notes right for some reason accessible. Here they are. Making new notes. Yeah, we went May 21st, 2012. And so it's hard for me to make the ecliptic thing into the Second Eclipse Project. They're different because one's a gradual thing and one's a specific time thing. But oh well. But here she's connecting them, right? She says, I was to bring about the Second Eclipse Project, which will make an ideal society, which will people that like don't have any internal conflicts or doubts, which means that that's what an eclipse is. So that's, she's connecting the two together. A world without any constraints that surround people, such as bonds and affection. A world where there is nothing to worry about, nothing to suffer from, and nothing to lose. The purpose of liminality is to create such a world. I'm tired of being hurt by so many people around me and living my life hiding secrets. So that's why I decided to join liminality and create such an ideal world. The problem with this plan, Makoto, is that you don't actually your consciousness doesn't necessarily go to the branch in which you are an eclipse. You could actually end up in the new world, and then you're just yourself in the new world, and you still have these things. And liminality ordered me to spy on public security. And the command of liminality is absolute, therefore I have carried out my duties faithfully. As expected, I thought I knew Makoto, but I didn't. I have Cyclopedia Syndrome. I was exposed to a flood of information every day. Information that I won't forget. I faithfully remember everything I see and hear. Sometimes my head goes crazy and I can't control it. Just like that, I'm attacked by this anxiety that I'm going to go somewhere. That's why. I was blocking information out of my own will. I was seized by the fear that I might simply drift away somewhere and might vanish entirely, is what you're saying. Okay. I have lived my life without touching anything that I would rather not ask or know. The same is true for Makoto. I only try to know the superficial things. The truth behind the scenes. In order to reduce the amount of information that entered my mind, I was running away from what was on the other side. Narumi Senpai was my admiration and rival. Serious competition. It was a game of sorts, a gamble. Narumi Senpai was the only person I could trust. However, my senior is a hindrance to my plan. But I can't kill my beloved senior. That is why I gave my senior a chance. Maybe you should give her the runaround to distract her. In the end, once Narumi Senpai realizes the truth, she wins. At that time, I graciously accept defeat and have no regrets, even though my plan fell through. Ordinary people know a lot more than me. So she didn't really want to pull this off. Okay, I was vain. To my own strength. I was proud of my ability to store all the information in the world in my head. Haka. Or baka. Bakan. I had no idea that Makoto was thinking like that. Senpai, did you check the bathtub carefully? I thought Senpai would never look into it because she hates blood. Moreover, preserving the scene is Narumi Senpai's golden rule for investigations. I thought they would proceed with the investigation without moving a hair. I thought you would proceed with the investigation without moving a hair. My senior always reminded me of this. I was thinking that my investigation method would backfire, but I was disappointed. I think your bad investigation method would backfire, but I was disappointed. But thank you, Senpai. I can understand if my senior finds out the truth. Makoto, you might win. I couldn't think like you. This world, relationships between people, the front and back of things. Now, thanks to you, I realized that. Eclipse Project 2 is a plan to make humanity stupid. The plan is to make people all over the world stupid by broadcasting the television from the new metropolitan area radio tower, the integral tower, to the entire world. Broadcasting the division from the new metropolitan area radio tower, the integral tower, to the entire world. A grand plan to turn all humans into eclipses. Oh, so all turn to eclipses at once. Okay. When you hear foolish, you may think it's no good, but as I said at the beginning, the world we are aiming for is a utopia where there is peace, there is no conflict, hatred, or bondage, and where you don't feel the burden of work. Narumi Senpai, aren't you tired of living? Do you want to enjoy life more? Here's the problem, Makoto. You're deceived. You'll end up sent to the new world. You won't just become a nothing zombie. You will be sent to the new world. You will be fully conscious. I want to live in such a world, and this is also for the sake of humanity. It's not just my problem. Of course, maybe Yu can do her utopia there, but whatever. Narumi Senpai, Otomachi-san, the boss, and everyone else can go to a comfortable world free from boring things. A new world. And the world is very different from now. It was fascinating. I understand that you are seriously worried and we're seriously looking for a new world. Yeah, but the problem is instead of getting the new world you wanted, you get another quote-unquote new world. That's the new world. It's punning on new. I don't know, there's this weird dichotomy of new world. Is this the whole idea? The whole pitch behind this game is we're going to come up with this concept of something called the new world. And we're going to make it a dual meaning. We're going to have this, you're going to leave behind a version of you that doesn't really care about anything and therefore never feels bad. And it's going to take you to a new world where not everybody is there yet. It's not a new world, but we're going to call the world without the burden of work also the new world. I understand that you were seriously worried and we're seriously looking for a new world. Okay. I don't know what this is. Yes? Well, when I think about it, I feel like I've been chasing only painful things. Love and hate, anguish, doubt and fear, and bereavement. Fall in love with people, love people, be supported by people, be loved by people. Still, I was betrayed, despised, shunned, and hated. Is it really possible to truly communicate with someone who has such mixed emotions? If people's emotions were the cause of all evil, I believe that becoming eclipsed is the only way to find true happiness. If I do that, I'll be like this too. Like this. Do I just bad ending myself? How much time has passed since then? Shortly after that, the boss came and Narumi Mishima was arrested. Today, just a few days later, she was released. Whoops, I bad ended. Okay. You have to resist Makoto's seduction, otherwise you end up with a bad ending all of a sudden. Okay, that's divinity. I don't know what you're arrested for, but okay. I don't know why I had to click that multiple times. Okay. Let me try to redo that. Okay, we're spelling gum. Gum. I remember Makoto's credit card usage history. That's right, Makoto had bought a lot of gum. What was it used for? I had doubts in my mind. Okay. Go back towards the entrance. Whoops. What did I choose? Oh, I went to the bathroom. Okay. Do this. Look at the red liquid, I presume. Reach into it. Little bathtub. Choose the password. This, because the other one leads to a bad ending, of course. But, sorry, Makoto. I don't agree with your idea. I still have much to do in this world. I like the boss and everyone in Otama... Wait. I like boss and Otamachi. I like them all. Even if we hate each other or fight, there are times when our hearts can communicate. Even if a job is so hard that we want to quit, it's because of that pain that there's joy when you succeed. A world without conflict or hatred, a world without the tedium of work, such a world is not a utopia. Because there are negative things, I feel happy about the positive things. I figured out the Chimera Club versus Mirage is Utopia versus Utopia. Anyway, Makoto, your ideal world is wrong. I will protect this world, I will protect it. Is there still time to stop this plan? If I can stop it, I need to head to Integral Tower now. There's a server room in the basement of the building of Klopp. The company that operates the tower. Delete that data. Everything will be over. Senpai. This is the final command. Go there and destroy the server room. The time is... I look at the clock. 10:47. The side criminals are going to be there? There's more. If I go now, there'll be plenty of time. Narumi-senpai, thank you very much. It ended like this. But I don't regret it. And goodbye. Makoto. Tears are flowing. I have mixed feelings. I was the only person Makoto believed in. That made me happy. But... the last command, huh?
あと少しだな。
It's almost there. Eh? Since when?
すまん、覗き見してしまったよ。
Sorry, I picked at you.
爆破してこい。応援をもちろん送るが間に合わないかもしれない。
Blow it up. Of course, we'll send a report, but we might not be able to make it in time. Send support, but we may not be able to make it in time. I received a timed plastic bomb from the boss.
これしかない。しっかりと破壊してこい。すべてを終わらせてこい。
This is all we have. Destroy it properly. Come and end everything. Well, it's made on that kind of breadboard. I think those are still called breadboards. They're ones you still have to solder because they don't have the pinch things. Yes.
こういうこともあろうかと思ってな。確保しておいたんだ。
I thought something like this might happen, so I secured it. Boss.
相手はサイの使い手だ。遠慮はいらん。やりたい放題やってこい。
The opponents are users of Psy. Don't hold back. Do whatever you want. The boss straightened his back and saluted. I wiped away my overflowing tears. Then I straightened my back and saluted in return. I think I'll complete the final mission assigned to me.
乏しい情報で申し訳ないが、昨日病院を襲ったテログループの行方だが。
I apologize for the lack of information, but the whereabouts of the terrorist group that attacked the hospital yesterday. Have you found the location of their hideout?
いや、
No.
聞き込みの結果、代々木公園の近くまでは追跡できたんだが、そこでぱったりと足取りが途絶えたそうだ。
As a result of the interview, we were able to track him as far as Yogi Park, but it appears that his footsteps suddenly stopped there. Yogi Park.
そこに何か秘密があるのかもしれない。
Maybe there's a secret there. I picture a map in my head. I've almost completely memorized the map of Tokyo. As you can see from the map, Integral and Yogi Park are almost opposite directions. I compared the numerous pieces of information I memorized in my head. Very recently, yesterday, I remember seeing a map depicting a route connecting Integral and Yogi Park. When was that? Tracing the memory, and it was an instant hit. That was when I talked to my boss about the counterterrorism after the hospital was attacked. At that time, the boss was spraying out a specialized anti-terror map made by public security. It depicts a tunnel that runs underground under Tokyo. I only saw it for a moment, but it was long enough for me to etch it into my memory. Underground tunnel?
知りてえのか？俺がどこから来たのか。
Do you know where I come from?
暗いトンネルを通ってきたんだよ。
I came through a dark tunnel. Connected. This is a long underground tunnel built to prevent flooding during floods. Metropolitan Area Underground Regulation Pond. The boss nodded loudly. I checked my weapon. The holster is my favorite Smith & Wesson Chief Special. There is a flash grenade in the pocket. And 30 tranquilizer bullets. Also the time-limited plastic bomb I received from the boss earlier. I also stuffed this in my pocket. It's a bit ungainly. My pockets are bulging. I look at the clock. 10:57. I have 1 hour left. Or about 1 hour. I don't have time. I have to do it. To the Integral Tower. I'll end everything. The boss nodded kindly, turned on his heel, returned to his seat, and hurriedly started calling someone. He's gonna follow you. Anyway, then I ran out the room. I run through a dark tunnel. The meter is tilted to the bottom right as if it's about to shake out. What? If there's a sharp curve or obstacle, there's no doubt that I would fall immediately. Desperately suppressing that fear, I opened the throttle fully. The metropolitan area's underground regulation pond is a pitch-black tunnel with no lights. The total length is a little over 8 kilometers. It goes on in a straight line. I entered this tunnel from the shaft in Yogi Point. Narumi, can you hear me? Barely. Is everything going well? Somehow. Do you really think there's a secret passageway leading to Klopp? If not, the boss will rush in from the front. I'm also moving on the ground towards Klopp. Don't worry, there's definitely a hidden passage. Why can you say so? This is a hint from Kiradera. It'd be nice if this was if Uchikoshi could make a mini game. He's like, I want a mini game here, but unfortunately, this is a pure visual novel. Narumi, what's wrong? There's a sudden curve, and I almost crashed into the wall. Well, there's only one curve, right? Be careful, we don't have time. How many minutes until noon? It's about 40 minutes. I have to let it fly. I continue running through the tunnel. When you do that, you lose your sense of distance and time. How long did it take and how far did it travel? It's actually not that long. I checked the bike's meter. I know we traveled about 5 kilometers. That's like 3 miles. Narumi, listen carefully.
お前が入った立て坑からクロップ社の真下まで、そのトンネルではだいたい 8.24km ある。
The tunnel is approximately 8.24 kilometers from the shaft you entered to just below Crop Cove.
その辺りまで行ったらスピードを落として、クロップ社への隠し通路を探せ。
Once you get to that area, slow down and look for a secret passage to Clap Corporation. Understood. Huh?
どうした?
What happened? Earthquake? I can hear something.
何かってなんだ?
But what is it? I wonder what it is. It's like the earth rumbling. And the sound is getting louder little by little. The sound is coming from the direction I was walking towards. I guess you're walking now because you got off the bike. Oh, the sound is coming from the direction I came from. Okay. That's completely opposite from what the other translator said. I turn around, because it was from the direction I came from. I look towards the end of the tunnel, but all I see is deep darkness. I never knew that being in the dark and not being able to see can amplify my imagination so much. Something unknown is approaching. Fear is slowly rising. Narumi? It's noisy, don't shout.
今すぐ逃げろ! 早く逃げるんだ!
Run now, run away quickly. What do you mean?
今報告が入った!
I just received a report.
の修正施設が稼働してる!
The Konda River water intake facility is operating. Up, we're gonna get ever 17 noises. Oh, that means... What is the true nature of this earth-shaking sound?
とにかく早く逃げろ!
Just run away quickly. Run away? There's just endless tunnels in front and behind. Go forward. There's no escape. I started the bike at full throttle.
おかしい、こんなことありえない.
That's strange. This can't happen.
給水施設の制御室には連絡を得たんだ. 施設を稼働するなってちゃんと!
I've contacted the control room of the water intake facility. Please don't operate the
そ
facility.
れなのになんで?
But why? Because it's like criminals. Liminality put pressure on you behind the scenes. They already know that I entered this tunnel. I thought I hit a blind spot. After all, it was Kiradera's trap. No, I don't care about that right now. I have to run away anyway.
朝まで降っていた雨のせいで神田川は増水中だ.
Yeah, he gave you information to your detriment. Like, he's actually like Makoto and has second guesses, right? The Konda River is rising due to the rain that continued until morning. I don't need such a depressing report, idiot. I look back while riding my bike. Ah. It's truly a monster that swallows everything. An unimaginable large amount of water. Yeah, we gotta put this another bingo card item. Water threat, right? This is like every 17, just like 999, right? If you get swallowed up by that thing, you'll die. In a dark tunnel deep underground. I'm sorry for that. Run, run, run. Faster, faster. What if she just runs out of gas? The throttle of the bike was fully open from a moment ago. The speed was over 180 kilometers per hour. So that's about 108 miles per hour, approximately. And yet, a sound approaching from behind. Splashes of water flying from behind. Something like pressure coming from behind. It's getting closer and closer. Even without looking back, I can see it. I can't tell exactly what it is, even without even turning. I can tell exactly what it is without even turning around. Kutsu. I look at the meter. 7.6 kilometers from the start. It's almost directly under Klopp, but you still have 0.5 miles to go, or 0.54 miles to go. Kilometers, not miles. Somewhere, it's like 0.3 miles. Somewhere there's an entrance to a passageway that leads to Klopp Corporation. It happened. I found a handle on the ceiling that looked like a watertight door. Wow, you were going on the bike 100 miles an hour. And you got this, okay. Without slowing down, I pulled the bike closer to the tunnel wall. And you just grabbed the handles at 100 miles per hour? Well, it's an Uchikoshi game, right? We have decompressing 12 atmospheres at once and all kinds of stuff like that, so why not have this too? Immediately after, I was thrown from the bike with a tremendous impact. Well, you're gonna need a new bike now. Swallowed by the cold, muddy water, I lost my sense of up and down. I can't see anything. When I open my mouth, a lot of water comes in, I can't breathe. Still, I desperately reached out my hand. Fortunately, there was a ladder at the end of this outstretched hand. I grabbed it with all my might. Gah. Several pains shoots through my hands to my shoulders. Well, now that your electronics for your bomb and stuff are all wet, that doesn't fry it unless there's power, but if there's a battery in there, oh well. It was as if my entire body weight, which was being carried away by tremendous speed, was supported by just one arm. If something's not powered, if it's just dormant electronics, the biggest concern with getting it wet is corrosion. But you can create a bunch of shorts if you have some voltage, like, on there somewhere. And if that puts too much current through something then is supposed to be put through it, it can fry components. It was my entire body weight which is being carried away at a tremendous speed. Which was supported by just one arm. Maybe my shoulder came off. I felt like I was about to lose my strength, so I hurriedly reached out with my other hand towards the ladder. The torrent tries to wash away my body mercilessly. Somehow I managed to resist it and climbed up the ladder, which was not vertical, but had an inclination of about 120 degrees. Once I emerged from the water, I finally took a breather. Some noises. My lungs hurt because I drank so much water. Or inhaled. The water continues to flow at a tremendous torrent. This doesn't mean drink though. This part. So reasonable translation, just not what it means in this context. The water continues to flow in a tremendous torrent. The water level continues to rise. Just being stuck on a ladder is tough. If you let your guard down, even for a moment, you'll be swept away. I have to escape through the doorway visible in the ceiling before my physical strength is taken away. I dangled further up the ladder. Arg. A sharp pain runs through my shoulder. Because of the injury I caused earlier, I can't use my strength properly. Oh, she tore her rotator cuff? Okay. Moreover, the ladder is slippery because of the water. The soaking wet suit feels heavy, like lead. Ha. This. I gather all my strength and make it to the watertight door. A round handle is in front of me. I turn this and the door will open. I hold out with one hand and try to turn the handle with my free hand. The handle doesn't turn. Either it's locked really tight, or it's really tight, or it's locked from the other side. If that's the case, it's over. I was hit by a wave-like swell and sank into the water up to my face. Yo. I almost lost grip of the ladder. Even though I'm hanging from a ladder near the ceiling, the water level is already close to my waist. Thanks to that, I have to hold back from feeling like my body is about to be washed away. My grip strength is gradually decreasing. Severe pain from my shoulder. Well, the side criminals should have locked this from the other side if they knew what they were doing. I was soaked all over and my body started to shiver from the cold. My lungs hurt. Just breathing makes me feel like throwing up. And the door in front of me will not open. What am I doing? What are you going to achieve by working so hard? In the first place, I don't even know if this door is actually connected to Klopp. It might not be good anymore. Despair torments my heart. Painful, tough, it hurts, cold, no more. I want to be comfortable. I'm already tired. If I let go of my hand at this point, I would be swallowed up by the torrent in no time. My body would be smashed against the wall and I would immediately lose consciousness. And just like that, I'll drown. I'm sure it won't be painful because I'm unconscious. Sorry, I can't. I can no longer hold on to the ladder. I have no power at all. I thought about it and closed my eyes.
Senpai.
Senpai?
Narumi senpai.
Narumi senpai? Who?
先輩、こんなところでへこたれちゃっていいんですか?
Is it okay to be depressed in a place like this? Because there's nothing we can do now.
なるみ先輩らしくないですよ。
You don't look like Narumi senpai.
ねえ先輩、私の知ってる、私の大好きななるみ先輩はね、
Hey senpai, I know and love Narumi senpai.
どんな困難もババーンと乗り越える、とっても強くてかっこいいスーパーヒロインなのですよ。
She is a very strong and cool superheroine who overcomes any difficulties with great success. Don't say it so easily.
なるみ先輩、
Narumi senpai, you gotta do your protagonist power-up moment.
私はなるみ先輩に死んでほしくないな。
I don't want Narumi senpai to die.
今回のことだってそのためだけに仕掛けたことなんですよ。
This time I set it up just for that purpose.
昔、私のことを守ってくれるって言ってくれましたよね。
You once told me that she would protect me.
だから今度は私が守ってあげたかった。
So this time, I wanted to protect you.
なるみ先輩に生きていてほしいから。
I want Narumi senpai to be alive. Makoto?
先輩、死なないで。
Senpai, please don't die. Or
お願い
just
です。
don't die. There's no please. Please. There's the please. Tak, you are always selfish. She really is a caring kohai. If I think everyone will join in your fun, you're making a big mistake. The only one who can be your partner is me, you stupid woman. Fighting against the torrent, I reached for the handle again. The door is not locked, I have no choice but to believe so. I turn the handle with all my strength. Of course it opens. As expected, it won't budge. Oh, never mind. Okay. Still, I won't give up. Do you want to give up? I already know at the end it's gonna open. Like, I know this for 20 lives. It's like the dumbest. That's what's I find so dumb about these stories. It's like, there's not a possibility that you would actually write it won't open. So what? Why bother stringing it out? It felt good. The handle moved a little. Open, open, open. Was it Agite? Whatever. It's with K though, so I don't know how that's supposed to work. I clenched my lips so much that blood oozed out. Your lips? I don't care about the severe pain in my shoulder. Biting down on the lip until it bled. Okay, I don't care about the pain in my shoulder. I can't die in a place like this. I turned the handle with all my strength. It turned. The handle turned smoothly. The water level is now up to my neck. I quickly opened the doorway. Got out, was immediately met by a bunch of Psy guys. Never mind, we have a tunnel. I fell onto my back on the spot. I don't have any strength anymore. I'm not dead, I'm alive. I was saved from that situation. And Makoto in heaven was protecting me. Narumi, hey, reply, Narumi. The waterproofing of radios these days is amazing. Narumi, I was worried. Are you okay? I almost died.
まったく大した女だよ君は。
Well, this is an interesting symbol. I remember, we had a field show. So I was in marching band in high school, my freshman year. One of the sets in the field show was like that. Kind of that similar shape. The high school kids definitely likened it to something. You are truly a great woman. I jumped up in a panic. A man was standing in the darkness. It was dark and I couldn't see him clearly. Who? I readied my
普通だ
gun.
ったらあの激流に飲まれて死んでいる。
Normally, I or you, someone, would have been swallowed up by that torrent and died. His voice does sound a little bit like Kiradera.
ゴキブリ並みの生命力だ。
It's processed, but it's got the same sort of cadence. It has the same vitality. You have the same vitality as a cockroach. Excuse me. Just take the compliment, Narumi. I checked the man's appearance again. Even though he was standing in the darkness, his appearance was strange. I can only see the silhouette. Besides, a man doesn't move from his spot. There are many chances to kill him or for him to kill me or something. The man is an RSD image. That means that this man is actually speaking to me from somewhere else. Narumi, what's wrong? I didn't answer the boss's radio call and quickly looked around. What caught my eye was the symbol mark drawn on the pillar. Is that something that like the emblem of liminality? Do I feel like you are the mastermind behind
君
liminality?
のご想像にお任せする。
I leave it to your imagination. Thank you for going out of your way to meet me. I'll send you the bill for the ruined suit.
強がるな。君はもはや進むことも引くこともできない。
Don't be too strong. You can no longer move forward or retreat.
いわば袋のネズミだ。
A rat in a bag, so to speak. So you're just James Bond villaining me. You could have killed me, but you don't because you think it's fun. Until eventually I thwart your plan, then what? Really, if we come this far, Crop Company is not just a stone's throw away.
残念ながら、ここは広大な迷路になっている。君のようなネズミの侵入に備えてな。
Unfortunately, this place is a vast maze in case rats like you get in.
一度迷えば、二度と戻れない。
Once you get lost, you can never go back.
偶然出口を見つける可能性はほぼゼロだ。
The chance of finding the exit by chance is almost zero.
もっとも、その前にサイクリミナルが君を殺すだろうが。
However, the side criminals will probably kill you before that.
君が侵入したことはとっくに知れ渡っている。
It's been known for a long time that you invaded. So, I started walking directly towards the man. I slipped past the man who was not moving and punched him in the face. The fist goes through the man's silhouette as I swing in vain. It was an RSD device after
あえ
all.
て進むのか。君はもっと有能だと思ったが。
Are you daring to proceed? I thought you were more capable. I'm sorry that I couldn't meet your expectations. I will definitely stop your crazy plan. As I continued forward, the road soon turned into a tunnel. Moreover, there was often branching paths. When I reached the third fork in the road, I turned left. No matter where I turn, the scenery remains the same. Since the scenery remains the same for a long time, it is easy to lose your sense of direction. Narumi. Yes, yes, I can hear you. I also heard what you said with the mastermind earlier. Go back now. I can't go back even if I want to. Then don't move any further. Just like the man said, you'll get lost and die. I'd die out there in the wild. So, you want side criminals to kill me quickly? Quietly? Otamachi's currently looking for a different entrance. Please wait until then. We won't make it in time. The Second Eclipse project will be activated at noon. Just calm down. Moving unnecessarily will only make the situation worse. As usual, too much nagging. Hey, Narumi. Urusai. Get lost. You're not a child. I'm not a child. What do you think? Who do you think I am? What's that? Don't get mad. Let's ignore the boss. Continue to advance through the damn tunnel. When you move across roads, turn right, straight, left, right. Suddenly I heard footsteps from ahead. I hurriedly took off my heels, held them in my hands, and returned to the crossroads. Turn a different direction from the way you came and continue on. Side criminals and others seemed to be heading in different directions, and there was no pursuit. Eventually, I'll come across some stairs. Wonder how many layers there are here. I climb the stairs while grumbling. Okay, so eventually I come across some stairs, not I will. After wandering around the maze for about 5 minutes.
ナルミ警部。君は何のためにそこまでする？
Inspector Narumi, why are you going to such lengths? This kind of plot works better in like a game you actually like play at, like a actual action game, like not a visual novel. But anyway, man's voice from earlier echoed throughout the maze from a speaker set up somewhere.
第二エクリプス計画は間違っているとでも言いたいのか？
Do you want to say that the Eclipse Project 2 is wrong?
君は狂った計画と言ったが、これほど素晴らしい計画はないよ。
You said it was a crazy plan, but there is no better plan than this.
そもそも君はこの世界に満足しているのか？
Are you satisfied with this world in the first place?
平和で幸せな世界だと本気で考えているのか？
Do you seriously think this world is peaceful and happy? Okay, I'm gonna pause and eat something because I am hungry. And maybe I'll come back and do some more of this. Okay, I'm back, but I only have 3 minutes or so, so there isn't very much use to me being back, but I'll read a couple more lines and then I'll stop recording. Do you seriously think that the world is peaceful and happy?
だとしたら無知も甚だしい。
If that's the case, your ignorance is enormous.
世界は腐っている。人は醜い。
The world is rotten. People are ugly. Again, the way his voice acts is very, what's his face? Kiradero-like. However, if they're gonna make the character silhouetted and make it so that he's half into this fading to black sort of thing, where it's difficult to tell whose silhouette it is, then it wants to. It's hard to describe this. It wants to make a dramatic reveal that means something when we finally know what the character is. Like, if the character is just some random nobody who we haven't met, it would make more sense to just show him exactly how he is immediately. Right? It wouldn't make any sense to hide his appearance. If you hiding his appearance, that means his appearance has significance. And his appearance has significance, it should be an appearance that we know. Now, it's not a rule. It's not like a hard rule. You could have a situation where it wants you to believe it's someone that we already know and it's not, for like throwing you off the trail reasons. So it's probably a meta trick with this, but visual novels I've experienced so far, I haven't actually encountered that yet. Usually, if they hide the appearance, I think always when the appearance is hidden, it's been at when the appearance is revealed, it means something. which means that the appearance is someone we know. So I don't think it's nobody, but like, they have those cuffs on the sleeves, very, that, like, the short sleeve thing going on here. I don't remember if Rebrock's uniforms have that. I could go look in the gallery, but we're not going to do that yet, because I haven't saved the game and stuff.
利己的な欲望に忠実で絶えず争い続けている
Loyal to selfish desires and
ご
constantly
く一
fighting.
部の良心すら持たない者たちによって何の罪もない人々が虐げられている
Innocent people are being oppressed by a small number of people who don't even have a conscience.
それが世界の真実だ
That is the truth of the world.
第二エクリプス計画はそんな腐った世界を変える
The second Eclipse project will change this rotten world.
人を正しい方向へ導く
Lead people in the right
完璧
direction.
なる理想郷を創造する希望の光だ
A light of hope that will create a perfect utopia.
誠から話程度は聞いているのではないか
Have you heard anything from Makoto?
全人類を愚民化することは世界から争いをなくす人間の醜い心を浄化する
Turning all humans into idiots will eliminate conflict from the world. It will purify the other ugly hearts of humans.
それを阻止しようとしている君は人の幸福な未来を閉ざそうとしていることに他ならない
By trying to stop that, you are doing nothing less than shutting off the path to a happy future for others.
故に我らは君を排除する
Therefore, we will eliminate you.
さらばだ鳴海警部
Okay, this doesn't really matter, but... Farewell, Inspector Narumi. Wow, so many errors. I guess it really is time to quit. You sure talk a lot. They're coming. I raised the gun and applied pressure to the trigger. Before I knew it, I was surrounded by psych criminals.
分かってると思うが、ここは通さない。
And Psy Guy number A. Psy Guy A. I assume you understand, but I'm not letting you pass here. I fired without warning. The bullet passes through and hits the wall.
いい加減学習した方がいい。そんな攻撃通じない。
You better learn that kind of attack won't work. I see. I pretend to have thought about it and fiddled with the flash grenade in my pocket. Whoops. I didn't intend to skip. Did scroll wheel do a skip? What? The Psy criminal uses Psy by viewing the RSD image installed inside the goggles. Right, so you gotta go to the goggles. In other words, if your vision is blinded, you will not be able to see the RSD image. I pull out the clasp in my pocket and count to 3. Pull the pin. The stopper will come off. Take my hand out of my pocket. I lift up the jacket and pull the pocket away from my body. Close my eyes tightly. Light shines through the eyelids. Intense light. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Shoot them all? Pain runs through my right side. It was a gamble. I open my eyes. Right before my eyes, with the side criminals pressing at their eyes through their goggles. My ears are ringing. If I wasn't good at it, I might have damaged my eardrums. The pocket of my jacket was torn to shreds, and a thin layer of blood oozed from my side. Now... I shoot the tranquilizer bullets one after another. Don't underestimate me. What a perfect utopia. Having your free will taken away and being manipulated by some people is not what you call living. There is no response from the speaker. I can't hear the voice anymore. What you guys are trying to create is not a utopia for all humans, but a utopia for liminality. Exactly, they're doing exactly what they said other people were doing. Don't play around too much. That's enough messing around. I had already climbed the stairs 5 times. What a wide maze. I can't believe they built something like this underground without permission. Boss, there's only 5 minutes left. Or Narumi, there's only 5 minutes left. We failed. Failure? Don't judge that. You can do it in 5 minutes. I know you want to be strong, but it's over. There's nothing we can do. Well, if the timer on your time bomb is more than 5 minutes, yeah, you failed. Tokchak. Nani? Didn't you hear it? I said I arrived. You actually made it to the maze? How did you do that? Protagonist power. Because that's what the plot required of me. Boss, you seem persistent, but I'll say it again. Who do you think I am? The map of this maze is firmly etched in my head. It's a map? When did you see something like that? It hasn't been reported. That's annoying. If you think you're going to report everything to the boss, I'm going to report everything to the boss one by one. You're making a big mistake. This is a girl who never stops talking. Well, I mean, you never stop talking either. Kiradera showed me something at Kuranosuke Shimura's house. Oh, that's what that was. Okay. Well, that wouldn't have helped. Okay, so that's a big secret. If you, like, pause the game... If you, like... Not pausing. Went back and looked at past footage, which I don't because I consider that cheating, right? That makes my experience playing the game different than if I weren't recording it to a significant degree, so I don't look at previously recorded stuff to figure out what to do next. And I, like, deciphered that set of pipes. It would just give me a map of the maze. It wouldn't actually probably give me any letters or anything. Okay. So Kiradera gave you that intentionally. At first glance, it looks like a picture used in a Rorschach test. Roughly 12 of those. The time I was able to see each image was less than 1 second. What does this have to do with that? It's because I'm trying to explain to the player what's happening, okay? Just deal with it, boss. Normally people wouldn't notice it. They're just shown one by one for a moment. But I'm not normal, right? Cyclopedia syndrome. Famous answer. I perfectly memorized those 12 pictures that were only shown to me for a moment. And when I arranged those 12 pieces like assembling a puzzle, what appeared there is... Yes, this is the map of the underground maze. The picture is just like part of the map. I guess he was full of confidence. You don't get it, boss, but okay. Thanks to you, I didn't get lost and it was easy to get past the side criminal guys. Kiradera, what did he mean by giving you a hint? I can think about it later. Right now, the top priority is to stop the Eclipse Project too. While I was talking to the boss, had already infiltrated Klopp. There's a server room in front of me now. Okay, now all I have to do is destroy this. Looking at my watch, but it was broken because it was soaked in water. Boss, how many minutes until noon? 3 minutes. That's the last minute time to escape. Do you know how to set it? Okay, I remember everything. So 2:30, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Pop the plastic bomb that was tucked inside my clothes. Open the bag. I'll take responsibility for the rest, and you do it as flashy as you can. Okay. I set the bomb. Start the countdown. Suddenly Kiradera appears in front of me. Number 120 was displayed. It'd be entities released 1 by 1. Okay, so it's a 2-minute bomb. That makes sense. 120 seconds until escape. I don't even have time to dry my hair. I run through the empty crop company. Otamachi was at war.
あと何秒だ
How many seconds left? 30 seconds left. At war. Otamachi was in the midst of a battle. Okay. Let's go. Tamachi takes out a flash grenade.
これ効くんだろ
Yeah, this works. Your grenade explodes. Tamachi and I covered our eyes with our eyes to protect them from the moment of the explosion.
残り5秒逃げるぞ
Endless review is the background from Rev. Anyway, 5 seconds left, run away. I ran out the front door. I keep running to get away, even just a little.
3、2、1
Building blows up behind them. Well, at least it went off. And then it happens anyway, right? Because they went to the wrong place. My body was thrown into the air by a tremendous blast from behind. Fell down and rolled on the ground with a thud. I look up and look back. Clock company building was engulfed in heavy smoke. I felt a tremendous heat on my skin. I can't keep my eyes open properly. When it explodes so spectacularly, I'm a little worried that the tower might collapse. Otamachi, what time is it now? It's past noon. What happened? Did we make it in time?
間に合ったぞ
You're on time. Boss?
インテグラルタワーから電波は発信されていない計画は阻止されたぞナルミ
No warrior waves are being transmitted from Integral Tower. The plan has been thwarted, Narumi. What's the twist? They gotta tell us, like, no, not really, at some point here. This is not the golden ending. It can't be the golden ending. When I heard that, all my strength went out. And there's like way more to this game that's completely unexplained. Like, this is dumb. It's over. There's still something left to do. For now, I did what I had to do. Take a look at myself. My whole body was so covered in soot and mud. Makoto, I win this game. That's good, isn't it? Yeah, well.
Narumi! Narumi!
Narumi. What is it? You're so
すぐに
annoying.
病院に向かうぞ
I'm heading to the hospital right away.
猪
Hospital.
瀬千里の容体が
Shisato Inosu's condition is... Rush to the hospital. Megan, the doctor's already gathered at the girl's side. Narumi-san. I knelt next to the bed and grabbed Chisato Inosu's slender hand. I still feel the warmth in her hands. Chisato, you did a great job. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you. And she flatlines, right? She's dying. Kutsu.
そんな
Okay, so I have to end it here. I don't know how long more of this goes, but looks like I'm through to what would be an ending. I just have to actually read the ending. Yeah, a lot of can't beat stage 1. Something weird's going on here. Because you wouldn't lead someone on, intentionally get them to the place to do the thing, if that's not what you wanted them to do. So that's not... She's played right into everything. And we don't know what the actual real plan and villain and all the mysteries actually are. Anyway, Yes. Okay, so Omega does have short sleeves. That suggests that whoever's in charge is a Rebrock guy. Interesting. So, like, that sits there. This actually sits at the very end. Interesting. Weird order. Huh. Okay.